Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you all?
Yeah, doing good.
Great.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Okay, Archana, Divya, Pooja, Soumya. We just we will wait for one more minute and then we will begin. And meanwhile, we can have introduction, right? I can see Pam and Divya's video. Would like to start with an introduction. What's your name? What do you do? From where you are, and why you are taking this handwriting program?
Yes, I'll start. I'm Divya. Yes, I'm Divya. I'm from Karur. I'm basically a phonics teacher and I do teach grammar to the children. Just in order to help my child for the writing, I'm taking this course.
Great. Okay. Pam, would you like to? Can you hear me? She is on pause. I think she's got pause.
Yeah,
Pooja.
screen is frozen.
Yeah, she's frozen. Pooja.
Hi, good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
I'm from Vasai, Mumbai, and I'm a preschool teacher. So I'm just wanting to enhance my other skills, phonics and handwriting. So I'm just looking forward to learn as much as I can from you.
Great. Okay. Archana and Soumya. If you can turn on your video, at least if you can turn on your audio and speak, that would be great, if possible. And let me just put the reminder.
Yes, I'm Soumya. I'm from Madurai, ma'am.
Hello, Soumya. How are you?
Yes, fine. I'm from Madurai. I completed Montessori in last year and have completed a phonics also. So while searching for my teaching job, it will be helpful if I learn something more. So I'm learning this, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay. Now, talking about the handwriting, why it is important? Every child ultimately, starts writing, but what is the importance of handwriting? Anybody? Why we are doing this handwriting course, and why all of a sudden everybody wants to put their kids for handwriting classes, and the teachers.
The child knows strokes and correct positioning like that. It is very important for handwriting.
Okay, and what else? Anybody? The most important factor why a handwriting, as a kid, it's important for a child to learn handwriting because the handwriting should be readable. The first and very foremost thing, the handwriting should be readable, because there are a few children whose handwriting are like the teacher or the parent cannot even read it. And if the teacher or the parent will not, if the teacher will not be able to read it, the child will lose the mark, even if the child have written the correct answers, right? And the second and most important factor is that ultimately every child has to go through the examination part, right? Whether there are internal exams or the main exams or the half yearly, quarterly, whatever, and they have got this particular timings. Within this time frame, like the 30 hours for the small test and for 3 hours for the bigger test, the final exams and all that. So within that time, they have to write their exams, which has to be readable, legible, and in speed. Because if the child, no matter what the child have learned, how much the child knows, if the answer is not readable, if the answer is not correct, okay, if the wrist is not, the flexibility is not there in the wrist, the child will not be able to write properly, the child will not be able to complete the paper properly, and ultimately, even after learning so much, the child will lose the mark. Right?
Good morning, ma'am. Sorry for the interruption. My video wasn't working, so I would like to introduce my.
Again, she has got frozen. Okay. So meanwhile, I'm sharing one slide, and we will just do few of the things which is as in the introduction part, and then we'll do the exercises also which are important. and then we will start with the writing part. No, this one, wait. I'm just sharing the slide so that we can have a quick review about introduction of this topic, and then we will, okay. Can you see the screen? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what is the importance of good handwriting? As I was telling you, okay, the handwriting helps to get in good marks. Why? Because it should be readable. The child should be able to complete the answers in the time, limited time. Okay. Yeah, notebook should be neat and clean, because is even for the clean notebook they get marks in the school. They even get marks for the clean notebook, and good handwriting always stands out in the crowd. Fine. Now, there are certain myths and facts about the good handwriting. The first and foremost thing is that there should be a particular font which should be followed. No, font can be multiples. We always have to look forward with the school is following which font. It's just that the letter formation should be correct. The spacing should be correct between each letter and each word. The spacing should be equal between each letter within a word and between each word within a sentence. Okay, so correct formation as in from where to begin, where to take turn, and where to stop and where to start. Correct spacing, correct alignments, as in if I have to make a certain letters as in slant, how much slant. If I have to make straight, it has to be straight and not curve or bend. Okay, correct slant, size and shape. Yes, the letter should be, all the small case letter should be in equal size. Fine, it should not that one A is in the very small size and the other A in the other word is getting a little bit bigger size. No, it should all be equal in size. Fine. Now, taking care of the zones, there are three zones in the 4-liner notebook. That is our red and blue line notebook. The first red line is known as upper zone. The two blue lines are known as the middle zone, and the last red line is known as the lower zone. Now, talking about zone, it is very important to take care of the zones, because the letters which has to be written within the specific zones, it should not go above and below those zones. Okay. Okay, now only one font or style of writing should be followed. If the child is following print writing, the child should write everything in print. And if the child is following cursive, the child should write everything in cursive. It's not that the certain letters or certain words are in print and certain are in cursive. No mixing of the font. Fine. Only practice can help. So writing is something which comes with a practice, as like any other thing. So the moment the child will leave the practice, it will go away. So constant practice is required. Minimum of 21 days. Even if the classes are over, parents have to take care that they should remain back. They should follow their handwriting rules, whatever they have learned. Now, there are certain grips which we can see among the different age group of children. 1 to 1.5, see their cylindrical grasp. They are holding their pen or pencil on their whole palm. 2 to 3 years, again they're trying to learn how to hold it. 3.5 to 4 years, modified kind of grip. And then from 4.5 to 7 years, they learn how to grasp the pencil in a proper way. That is the tripod grip. Okay, now this is the image. This is the image which has to be followed by, whenever a child starts writing, or even if we want to write, this is the sitting position that we have to take care, and the sitting arrangement also. What is sitting arrangement? We do not have to sit on the sofa, couch, bed, or on the floor. It has to be a proper study table. In case the study table is not available, dining table can be adapted, but study table is recommended. Okay. Now I'm taking off the screen so that I can show you something. Okay, I will. Yeah. Okay. When a child sits on their study table, their feet has to be flat on the floor. It should not be like this, or cross leg, or playing with their feet. No, it has to be proper, because it actually, changes the way of writing. Okay, the feet has to be proper, flat on the floor. The study table, the size of the table should be equal, near about this navel. The navel, when we sit straight, and this back has to be 90 degrees straight. Should not bend it, or should not lie down and write it. Okay, it has to be 90 degrees straight. And When we sit straight, the position, this edge of the table should be touching this navel. Touching means not exactly touching, but should be equal to the navel. Okay. And when we hold this sheet, now when we are in this program, we are going to do all the letter formation for the right handers, not for the left handers. Okay, because their formation is totally different. So when they, how they have to hold, keep the sheet, it should be 45 degrees. In context of how the child will know my sheet is 45 degree, this edge should point towards my navel. This edge, the ending edge of this corner should point towards my navel, and this can be straight. So this is the position that has to kept, and this is the end that is pointing towards my navel. Okay. Now talking about holding the pencil or pen. If the child is holding pencil, they have to hold it just above the sharpen area, not too far, not too close, just above the sharpen area. And just the way we take the pinch, make a pinch to have anything, this is the way we are going to hold the pencil, and this is going to be my resting finger. So this is what I am going to hold my pencil, just like a pinch, and this is my resting finger. Okay. The child do not have to put lots of pressure on the sheet, because the sheet, the next sheet will get the tracing. This part of the finger will get damaged slowly and slowly. The wrist will start paining, and the child will get off their interest of writing. Fine. So when they write, they are going to hold it this way, and this size, this side of the hand should rest on the sheet. So it should rest on the sheet and not like this or like this. Okay, should rest like this. And they have to write in continuation without lifting the hand. Now lifting the hand as in not like this. Okay, only once they have reached to the middle point of this sheet, half of their sheet, then they can lift their hand and move around. Till midpoint, they will only remove their fingers and not their hand. So I'm going to share the image again on the screen. Sitting position. So this is how it looks. Back, feet, hand, elbow should be resting on the table. Okay, with a 30 degree of slightly moving forward. Okay, then we have this, we have done sitting posture, paper position, pencil holding, spacing of letters and spacing of word, pressure, tools. What are the tools of writing? The tools of writing are our paper, pen, pencil. Practice regularly for half an hour. For children, it is quite normal because they go to school, they do their classwork, they come back, they do their homework. It's just that whatever they learn for, and as in the rules of writing, they have to follow that. Now getting back to old handwriting is quite possible if we leave the practice. So create a habit of writing at least one page a day. Okay, before starting with this fine motor skill, I would request everyone to take out your 4-liner notebook, that is English notebook, red and blue liner notebook. Put today's date, heading as day 1, and write this passage in your normal cursive writing, whatever you know, however you know. Don't beautify it, don't modify it. No, your original cursive writing. Okay, and this is what we are going to compare at the end, the last of this program. Okay, day 1 and today's date and this passage, and then after we will do certain exercise and we'll start with the writing part.
We can use a pen, right, or pencil for this?
As per your comfort, anything you can use.
Thank you.
But take care of your grip. Okay. An instruction I have already sent on the group. You have to make PDF at the end of the program. So write it the way it should be visible on the images also, but don't put more pressure. Preet, you have joined late. Do you have any doubt? Once you are done, just show me your hand, or you can show the thumbs up sign. Don't modify your writing, write it in your original handwriting, and that's how you will see the change. And just bringing my lightning, just coming, okay.
Ma'am, this is to be done in the red and blue line. You're on mute, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Yes, you will be doing it in the red and blue line. You have it, right?
Yes, ma'am, I have it. All right.
You just joined.
Yes, ma'am, I'm so sorry. Morning, little difficult. I'll
Okay,
just write it, ma'am.
okay.
Or you can
Don't
go ahead
modify
and
or beautify. Just follow your original cursive, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Pooja done. Archana done. Archana done. She's in this. Pam done. Still writing. Okay, right. Khushi is writing. Soumya, Divya, Preet. Okay, you're using chat box.
Done.
Preet done. Okay, Divya done. Okay, Archana done. Pooja done. Pooja, you're currently taking classes. You're going to school, right?
Sorry, ma'am, I missed that.
You teach in school now?
Yes.
Small
So
kids.
that is only on weekends. I'm
Okay.
taking some specific things. So
Mhm.
that will be on Saturday and Sunday. So I have, for this year, I haven't started regular teaching. I
Okay.
want to go into extra activities. Till last
Okay.
year, I was with Eurokids.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. Archana, you're on freeze or you're not moving. I'm not able to understand. You're continuously network. She's frozen, I think. Archana done?
Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Yes, yes. We are waiting for a few more participants to complete.
Yes, ma'am.
Khushi, you're writing in cursive, right?
Yes, ma'am, in cursive. But in case you want to go ahead, I've just taken a screenshot and look at it and continue, ma'am.
How will you follow then? Where are you? In which line you are?
I have come follow those we get. When we follow those,
Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, if anybody wants to share something or ask something.
Yes, ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, yes.
Once we complete this course,
Mhm.
how do we start taking this course? What should be the duration and the time? And will it vary for the different age groups?
For different age group, it may not vary if you're taking cursive writing, because at the end of the day, the patterns will take time the way it will take time. Yes, if you're dealing with toddlers, then it will take time. But if you're dealing with the children from grade 1, then it might not vary that much, because they don't have to move on in a very fast mode. They have to take time, keep patience, and then write. Okay. So yes, the lesson plan vary from 15 to 21 days, not more than 21 days.
Not more than 10. Okay, thank you. And how many hours a day it should be if it is for toddlers? 30 minutes.
20 minutes of writing, 10 minutes or 15 minutes of exercise and activities. Maximum 45 minutes, but don't take them into more, more than 20 minutes of writing, because eventually their hand will pain and they will not have that much of concentration and patience also to continue writing.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, done.
Done? Khushi done? The lesson
yes,
plan I
ma'am,
will
last line, yes.
the lesson plan I will be giving you at after this program. You will get it on the mail. If you want to follow both print and cursive, if you want to follow only cursive, if you want to teach only print.
Ma'am, done.
Done? Great. Okay. Now you all have done with this writing, I want you all to share this clip just after the session in my personal window, not in the group. Otherwise, it will like lots of confusion. So share it in my personal group. Personal window. Okay. Now there are few exercises which I will be doing it. Okay. Now this exercise you might not be able to get it on the YouTube. Okay. The other exercises link I will share with you. And before starting with the exercises, you have to remove your jewelry, any bangles or finger rings if you have it. Just remove it, otherwise you might get hurt with that. Okay? Now these exercises is to activate your brain and body altogether, because when we write with our hands, it is actually connected to our subconscious mind. Remember, when we were children, our parent and teacher used to tell us that when, if you want to, learn something, write it down. If you want to remember something, write it down, because it actually goes to our subconscious mind, and when we write it 2-3 times, we actually remember those in a better way instead of mugging up, right? So now we are going to do some exercises. Okay, you have to put your feet flat on the floor, sit very relaxed, 90 degrees straight with the back. And the first exercise is, you have to make a fist, and this has to be 180 degrees straight. Okay, not too tight, not too firm. Make a fist and this hand straight. Okay, 180 degrees both, and the distance should be here between these two cheeks. Whatever we are doing from here, it should be this one, and whatever exercise we will do, this will be the gapping. Okay, so I will hit this area and this area, so both of my area will get activated here. Okay, so we'll do 10 times here and then 10 times with the opposite hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Archana, hand straight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we will change the hand. Let me start and stop the recording so that I can just share the short part of this.